guys, I'm Azar and welcome to Mystic Seeker Tarot. I'm a psychic and a channeler here on YouTube, and in today's reading, we are going to channel things about your past life. So feel free to take as much time as you need and connect your energy to the energies of the three images that have been given on your screen. Some of you guys might get attracted to one, others might get attracted to multiple groups, and that's fine. Maybe you are picking up on the energies of many previous lives, okay? So, yes, once you're done with the picking up process, you can go ahead and watch your reading by clicking on the timestamps that have been provided down in the description box below. So, yeah, let's start with the reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. So let's channel things about your past life. Maybe some of you guys will relate to it. Maybe some of you guys will find it that, okay, this life also resembles my last life. Or maybe some of you guys will find the answers to certain things that you're wondering about. All right. So yes, let's get started, Group 1. And I would highly request you to maybe please leave a star on the comment section if you find this reading helpful or resonating or something worthy to watch. Okay, that'll really help me and encourage me into making such readings on these topics, all right, regarding past life and interesting topics. Okay, so yes, let's get started. Group 1. All right. First of all, I am sensing Group 1 in your most recent past life. You were someone who was very strong and a prominent figure in your neighborhood or in your society or in your profession. All right. You were very good in it. And I'm strongly sensing that people looked up to you and people considered your advices, and they just knew that you are kind of the best in your profession, or you are kind of the most prominent figure in that field. All right, so I am sensing you were someone very powerful who had quite a lot of command, who had quite a lot of skill, connections, creativity, knowledge, etc. And you were good. You were good in your profession. You were talented, as well as you were very hardworking. And you kind of carried your own family. You carried everything on your own shoulders. You were the giver in any kind of relationship that you had in your life, whether that be your married relationship or your friendships or your family relationships or your business. You were just all in into everything. That is what you believed. You were somebody who would not sit and expect somebody else to do things for you. Even if others did not look up to you, or they kind of just ignored you and they came to you whenever they needed, you still would have a big heart to help them. So yes, you were the provider. You were the giver. Some of you guys might have been in a profession that healed people, all right? So you had the skill to heal people through either your words or, like, some of you all, okay, I'm not talking about most of people, but some of you guys, I'm sensing you were in some kind of a healing profession, whether that be holistic healing or whether that be spiritual healing or whether that be modern medicine or whether that be healing of animals like veterinarians. Okay, I guess I pronounced the word correctly. If not, my apologies. You might have also been somebody who used to solve problems of others, all right? Like maybe if there were certain discrepancies in your neighborhood, people would come to you to solve problems, to maybe make the final decision, or they would come to you for your advices. You were a wise person. Although I am sensing that many of you just lost your life at quite a young age in your previous life, because of which you could not fulfill some of your, like, you could not fulfill some of the things that you wanted for yourself or maybe for your family. Like, I'm sensing some unfulfilled desires. Although your soul fulfilled its purpose and it was the correct time for you to leave the earth and move on, but still there were certain wishful thinkings, certain wants and needs that you wanted for yourself and your family. And in this life, you are going to get that. You're going to get all those things that you wished for in that lifetime. So whether that be more stability, whether that be something related to your family life, something related to travel, or maybe doing something good in your career, etc. So if you have a very strong desire in your heart regarding something, certain something, and that strong desire has been there in your heart since a lot many years. Maybe it was not inspired by someone else's life, or maybe it was not inspired by your societal or family conditioning, but it was just there within. And you believe that, yes, I want this for myself, or I feel related with this, then maybe that is that thing that is supposed to get fulfilled in this lifetime. Okay. So, yes, any such strong desire, any such strong inclination towards any religion or any community or any work or any idea or any place or any profession, etc., if it has been there in your heart since quite a long period of time, then know that it's probably related to this past life of yours. I'm sensing there are three prominent people in your life. Who were there in that life of yours as well. All right. So yes, there are at least three common connections. I'm sensing with one of them you do not have that much of a good relationship, or there are certain ups and downs in that, like in the relationship that you have with this person in this lifetime, because that is the same pattern that is getting continued from this previous one. I'm sensing you might have hurt this person with your actions in the previous lifetime. You might have been a guardian figure of this person in the previous lifetime. You might be the father, or might have been the mother, or any kind of a guardian figure. And because of your strict decisions or certain tough decisions that you took for them, they kind of had a tough time because of you can say, or maybe they just some of their desire just were left unfulfilled, or maybe they just could not get certain things that they wanted for themselves. So because of that negative thing, because of that negative impact that you indirectly did on that person, you are in this lifetime replenishing it by having a bittersweet relationship with a certain someone. Okay, it was not that you hurt them directly, it's just that maybe you were too strong with certain principles, and those principles or those rigidities you thought would be helpful for this person. But yes, they might have been helpful in the long run for them, but they just created some amount of emotional discontentment, because of which you're facing the consequences in this lifetime. For some of you guys, it might be a family member. For others, it might be a future strong connection. Like a prominent figure in a future might enter into your life. Who will be this person? Let's see what else. You were also a very generous person, group number one. Very generous. You used to give people a lot without expecting anything in return. You were also kind and humble. And you had so many things. You had power, you had connections, you had name, you had fame, but you never let all those things uh, turn your head around and make you proud. All right, you were very down to earth and a humble person. I'm sensing that one of the duties, or rather, one of the unfulfilled desires that you are carrying in this lifetime from that past life is growth in your career. Okay. So, some of you guys might face certain hardships and you need to overcome those, or you might have to believe in yourself strongly so that you can make the good use of your skills and your talents and your mind, etc., and bring in success for yourself. Okay. So either certain difficulties of your life or your own mind might stop you from bringing the best in your career, but know that you have to move forward no matter what. You have to, like, you will. Okay, you will also make something big in your career if you just give honest efforts, if you give your best. An advice that I'm getting for you is that try to be indifferent, or try not to mingle with other people's businesses, or do not give them advices that you feel like giving, but maybe they are not willing to take it. Okay, because at times what happens is that because of our own uh, goodwill, all right, out of goodwill we try to help others by giving advices or trying to control their life, or trying to bring some changes in their life, but maybe they do not need it, or they do not appreciate it, or sometimes it even interferes with their own karma. All right, so try to keep your opinions, your actions, your thoughts, etc., to yourself, and no matter how much you love the other person, do not try to control their life. And this is an advice that I'm not getting for just right now, but maybe in the future. Okay, this is something that you need to live by. All right, even in the future, maybe not now, but maybe 20 years later, you get connected to some person, or some person comes into your life with whom you have a very strong bond, and then you become over controlling, or maybe you know that your loved one is doing the wrong thing. You're being told not just to give advices and not to try to control their lives. All right, everybody has their own mind. God has given people like their own brains, and they are supposed to use it, and if they do not use it, that is on them. All right, so our own interference, it just changes people's karmas a lot, and that does not benefit us. Okay, so try to be as indifferent, or as what to say, yeah, not aloof, but yeah, as indifferent as possible. Hope this card's visible. You were somebody who took care of others, but you did not take care of yourself that much. You always prioritized your profession, your bonds, your family members, your finances, etc., but you did not take that much care of your own self. Okay, maybe because of that, you developed something. All right, that was the cause through which you kind of acquired maybe a physical illness that contributed to you leaving too soon. All right. Although, yes, it was aligned with your purpose, but there are two expiry dates for us. So you could have gone later on if you wish to, if you took good care of yourself. And even that would have given you more time to fulfill some of the things that you wanted for yourself in that life. But yeah, what happened happened, and know that in this lifetime you are supposed to take good care of yourself. So make yourself your own priority, make your body your own priority, and try to do things that keep your body healthy. Try not to consume things that bring in certain amount of distress or discomfort in your body. Okay, so try to live by the rules, by the healthy rules, and take as much care of your body and your mind as possible. Okay, so yes, these are the messages that I'm getting for you, group 1. Hope it helps. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's see what are the messages that we are getting in today's channeling regarding your past life. Hope it solves certain issues, or maybe answers certain things, or maybe just gives a fun time analyzing how your past life was. All right, if you find this reading useful or entertaining, please maybe give a heart emoji in the comments, because that just inspires me and makes me more motivated into making such videos. So yeah, let's get started, group 2. First of all, group 2, I am picking up on this energy. You were extremely, extremely, extremely talented in something in your previous life, because of which a lot of you guys attracted people who were very envious of you or maybe wanted to sabotage your work or who were jealous of you, yeah, who wanted to bring in certain amount of negativity because they knew that they cannot be better than you. Okay. I'm sensing some of you might have been very strongly inclined towards some kind of an art form or like poetry or writing or dancing, maybe singing, etc., or theater, etc. But I'm sensing some strong kind of a creativity in you. And a lot many people recognized it, a lot many people wanted to be like you, idolized it. But yes, because of that, you attracted maybe 20% people in your life, strong 20% people in your life who hated you for just yourself. For others, I'm sensing that it might not have been creativity, but it might have been something related to like science or where we use our mind into making certain things. Because I'm sensing a strong possibility of scientist as well, or maybe you making certain inventions. See, certain inventions become very famous, but others, they are not that famous, but yes, they are famous in their own community. All right, so like, let's say tarot. A lot many people might not know about tarot, but those who do, they know the prominent YouTube channels or the prominent people who give really good reading. Okay, so it might have been very niche specific. For some of you guys, your talent or your work might have been very genre or niche specific, but you were very famous in that niche, that very niche or genre. All right. And a lot of people's eyes were on you. They just wanted to, like, they were waiting for your downfall. They were waiting for just one mistake and they just could point out things on you, point their fingers at you. I'm also sensing, picking up on this thing, group number 2, that you were someone who was totally devoted to your work or your talent or your profession, whatever you call it. But at the same time, you were not very loyal in your relationships. Okay. Most of you guys did not give your family that much time or efforts or the things that they needed. Okay. You were mostly centered, like your life, it just revolved around you and your work. How can you improve yourself? How can you improve this work? How can you be the next big thing, etc.? So you were very self-centered and focused on yourself, your growth, etc., which was good. But because of which, some of you guys, like, no, every one of you could not fulfill some basic duties that there were towards your family. Some of you guys even like were in multiple relationships. Some of you guys did not marry. Yes, I'm picking up on that. And you just played with people's hearts, maybe gave them wrong promises, fake promises, and just more physically inclined towards people and not emotionally invested in them. For others, I'm sensing you might have married somebody, but you were not happy in that marriage and you had multiple relationships out of that marriage. Okay, see, I'm not talking about things that were maybe a few years back, but I'm picking up the energy of a time that was at least 300 years ago. Okay. I'm also sensing that because you were good in your own field, people just let it slide. Okay, nobody could take any actions against you. Nobody could take any actions against you. All right. I'm sensing that about these multiple relationships, if you were married, for those people who were married, your spouse knew about it, but they just could not do, or rather did not do anything because they were in love with you. All right. And they did not have any expectations from you. So they did their duties. They did everything for you that was necessary. All right. And they did not have any expectations of you. Okay, so like they kind of gave a lot many sacrifices, and your family also gave up on a lot many things just so that you could shine. Yeah. I'm also picking up on this thing that towards the end of your life, you kind of realize that you did wrong with all those people who loved you and who were there with you until the last moment. Okay, so yes, there was a strong realization in your heart, and it wasn't fake, it was true realization. Some of you guys even said sorry to your maybe partners or your family members or your friends, um but you could not say sorry to your parents. All right, some of you guys could not even say sorry to your siblings because there were no more at that time. And yes, that is something that you kind of wanted for yourself to solve or to change. Like you strongly wished, like, I wish I could give my best to my people as well. I wish I could undo the things. All right. So, because of that reason, I don't know, I'm not channeling your current life's energy, but I'm just picking up on this thing that maybe some of you guys might feel a very strong affinity towards a person, maybe currently or maybe in the future as well. Okay. That maybe you will find somebody and you will just try to give everything to them. You will give your honest efforts, you will give your honest heart to them. I don't know if you'll give that and get that in return from that person or not, but I'm sensing, yes, there's strong affinity and strong giving energies from you towards others. For others, I'm sensing you might be the kind of a person in this life who already does and gives honest efforts and energies to people. Okay, it might be in your very nature that you give everything. For some people, I'm picking up on this that you might not get things in return, but you are willing to do things for others. Okay, so you might have encountered people with whom you have had good friendships and you gave your efforts, you gave your honesty, you gave your friendship or your love to them, but you did not get that much in return. For some people, it might be true that your family situations might not be that good, or for others it might be that you just want to give everything to your family. Family comes first for you. Okay, so it might manifest in any of these things in your current life. Okay, let's see what else. For some of you guys, this profession was something spiritual. Okay, not for everybody, but maybe 1% of the people who are watching this profession was of yours was something related to spirituality or esotericism. Although you were quite indifferent towards the people in your life, but you were a true humanitarian in matters of like environment as well as animals. Okay, and you did things for like even the masses, even the people. Like maybe you gave charities, you did charities, or maybe you funded organizations, or maybe helped poor people from time to time, or helped animals, etc. So you were a humanitarian from that matter. I'm sensing that some of you guys just gave importance to only one person in that lifetime, and that one person was, you can say, they were kind of your best friend. And although your best friend knew that they will not get anything back in return, still they understood this fact that you do a lot many things for them that you do not do for even your blood relations. Okay, so I'm sensing a very strong bond with one person that was there in that lifetime. And if you did zero efforts for others, you gave at least 50 to 60% to that other person who you consider to be your best friend. Ah, I'm sensing like I'm picking up on energies like the character of Sherlock Holmes. Okay, yeah, that kind of a depiction, that kind of an energy, that kind of a personality. Not fully, but yeah, you can say that he was very self-centered, and Sherlock Holmes just gave importance to Watson, although not fully, but yes, he did give a little bit. Okay. Right. Let's see what messages we are getting. Okay. Last message that I'm getting for you is that a lot of you guys were prone to certain addictions, okay? Substance addictions. You were addicted to something. All right, so make sure that you do not repeat that mistake in this lifetime, because that addiction was something that like affected your health as well as your mind a lot. And it affected your mood also a lot. If you were not affected, like addicted to certain things, you could have been a much better person. All right, you could have done your duties towards your loved ones in a much better manner. But it's just that the things were negative, but on top of that, you used those substances and it just made the things even worse. All right, so yeah, I guess these are the messages that I'm getting for you, Group 2. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's channel your past life so that maybe you can understand certain things, or maybe you can get the answers of certain things, or maybe just enjoy the process. Okay. So yes, if any of you guys feel that this reading is useful to you or maybe entertaining to you, I request you to please leave any kind of emoji that you love the best, maybe your most recent emoji in the comment sections. That will just help me get more encouragement from you guys and help me make more such videos. And yes, thank you so much for your presence and for being with my journey. Right, so let's get started, Group 3. Please take the messages that resonate with you and feel right to you, and feel free to discard any messages that don't, since it's a general reading. Okay. I'm sensing in your past life, you like either belonged to a very wealthy family, or you were a very high class family, or you came from the like noble families, or some of you guys were even like part of royal families. Okay, I'm sensing some kind of a royalness or high class, upper class, chivalry, etc. in you. So yes, that's undeniable. And because of that, you lived a life that was quite restricted, and it might have been a dream life of a lot many people. A lot many people wanted the life that you had. They wanted the things that you had. They saw all the glittering from above, but they did not know that you were somebody who were restricted and who was made to behave a certain way so that people do not misunderstand, or you were just trained like some people, like celebrities today, they are media trained, right? So your whole life was just controlled by everything, even your minor moves, even your major things, minor moves, your relationships, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, what you're supposed to wear, how you're supposed to behave, what you're supposed to decide, etc. Everything was decided by like the higher ups, or maybe your family or your lineage, etc. So you had zero freedom in there. You had zero freedom. Although you had extreme amount of comfort, and you had extreme amount of money and even good looks, connections, whatever you say, materialistic comfort was like so profound in your life that everybody wanted to be you, but you did not want to be yourself. All right. You wanted a very simple life for yourself. You did not have any big ambitions. You did not want the power that you had in that lifetime, because you felt that the power was true overbearing for you. It was just something that you did not want for yourself. Okay, the title did not mean anything to you. People bowing to you meant nothing to you. People giving you respect meant nothing to you. What you wanted for yourself was a happy married life, maybe some amount of peace, as well as you having the freedom to choose things for yourself. All right. You were good at a lot many things, and you wanted to profess them, but you were denied the freedom to. You could have taken, like, you were told that, okay, you can do this as a hobby, but you cannot do this as a profession. You cannot take it up as a profession. Some of you guys were simply denied certain things because you were a female. All right. And at that time, society did not allow females to do all those things that you desired for yourself. I'm sensing that most of you guys were also married off to people whom you did not love. And it was just like maybe a business deal, or maybe a treaty to bring the two families together, or bring the two, you can even say, empires together, because yes, some of you guys were legit prince and princesses. Okay. You always felt as if nobody understood you, not even your closest of people who loved you and who cared for you. You were a very deep person, and you were very like empathetic and emotional, and nobody understood those emotions that you had. Nobody understood your viewpoints. Nobody understood your heart. You led, like, because of that, although you had so many people around you, you still led a very isolated life. You still led a very lonely life. Even after marriage, you could just meet your husband for maybe 2 days a week, or like maybe spend quality time with your husband or your wife or your spouse, maybe 2 days a week. Okay, 2 to 3 days a week, because your spouse would go to different places for their work, and they won't be able to be with you. All right. Group 3, I'm sensing that because of this loneliness, some of you guys even developed some mental health issues. Like, it had been enough for you. It had been too much for you to bear all this loneliness and misunderstanding and pressure. And because of that, yes, so for some of you guys, it was very less, okay? Like, it was mild. Like, the mental health issues, they were mild, but for some of you guys, it was very intense, very strong. The only person that you were very close to was your mother or your sister, or maybe a sister figure, okay, or maybe a mother figure. But I'm sensing the first option is your mother, the second option is your sister, the third option is a sister figure, and the fourth option is a mother figure. Okay. So you feel like it's only that person who kind of gets you or kind of understands you, because even they have to face the same consequences. But since they were not that much emotional or that much soft as you were, it's because of that they could handle their life in a much more easier manner, handle the difficulties, responsibilities, etc. in a much more easier manner than you. So they did not suffer that much. You were quite skillful in a lot many things. Group 3. Like you were multi-talented. You can say that yes, you were multi-talented and you were even trained by the best of professionals to be good in certain things. Okay. Like some of you were like you knew to do physical things. All right. Like maybe good in wrestling or boxing or some physical kind of activities, okay, as well as you were good in sports, and you were also good in literature and arts and creativity and philosophy. Okay, so you were multi-talented, as well as you had a very kind and good heart. Group 3, extremely kind and good heart. The negativity of your surrounding, it did not make you into a bitter person. Okay, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. It did not tarnish you at all. You were very pure and you believed in good. Even till your last breath, you believed in good, and you were really hopeful that maybe in your next lifetime you will get into a family, you will be born into a family who will give you freedom in a lot many things. And yes, I'm sensing that a lot of you guys have taken birth in a family where there is freedom. Yes, it might not be 100% freedom, but I'm sensing, yes, you might have, like, this wish of yours might have manifested in this lifetime. That you do have people around you who maybe understand you, or maybe you have you have a lot of freedom regarding many things, or maybe, like, see, from the situation that I'm judging from your past life, you had to take permission for every simple and small thing, even to go out of your house, even to write a simple sentence, or write a letter, or say things, or wear certain things. Okay, so it was extremely restricted. So know that yes, I'm sensing that no matter how much you deny or how much you feel like no, there are restrictions in your current life as well, I'm sensing that things are way, way, way worse than like in this past life of yours. So maybe try to be more grateful about the freedom that you have in your life, whether that be freedom of speech, or whether that be freedom of dressing, or freedom of speaking. All right, because you had every materialistic thing in that lifetime, but you did not have freedom. You had so much of wealth, but you had to take permission to spend each and every money. So everything was yours, but it was managed by someone else. Let's see what else. I'm so sorry. You had a very sweet voice, okay? Your voice was calming and healing, and um, like, as I said, some of you guys were in a creative field, like you loved certain creativity. So it might be that you were good at playing certain instruments, or maybe you were good at singing or orating or something like that. And maybe even in this lifetime, you guys are attracted to certain creative paths, or maybe you just enjoy certain creative things, okay? Also, you were extremely physically beautiful, very attractive physically. It's like Aphrodite had blessed you with so much of good looks. Handsome or beautiful, whatever gender it was, okay? Um, right, I'll just pick up one card and let's see what other messages I get, because I'm sensing the reading for today has kind of come to an end. No, I'm not getting any messages anymore. So yes, I guess I'll end this reading now. Thank you so much for your time, patience, and energy, group number 3. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye bye.